ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your always great support in this channel. I don't take it for granted. Now, Kenyans, there is a new twist after President William Ruto had held a meeting with the moussafaki in his home Kilgoris. I heard Kenyans also complaining that Kilgoris is not William Ruto's home, but that is another story. Let us just try to get through on this meeting, because on the side of Raila Odinga seems to expose William Ruto and making a shocking U-turn that William Ruto wants to block him as the AUC chairperson in the race. But according to Ruto said, chairperson, a post that former Prime Minister Raila Odinga is running for. You can see the photos, Raila, Ruto and moussafaki. But what is Raila Odinga saying? In a standard newspaper, Raila Odinga seems to understand this meeting. Actually, I'm also shocked because I analyzed it urgently just yesterday evening. Raila is saying, Raila Odinga President Ruto asked Faki to sack me as AU envoy. That is what Raila said. He furthermore carried on by saying, Raila Odinga claimed on Tuesday night that President William Ruto had asked the chairperson of African Union Commission, moussafaki, to sack him as the African Union's High Representative for Infrastructure Development. I think this might be another confusion, because Raila Odinga was once the Infrastructure High Commission Development in Africa. We are all aware of that. But now, William Ruto is playing a very dangerous game here. He wants Raila now to remain jobless and to start a fresh political game. And I think not afresh, but to Raila to just pretend that things which he had done, he had never become any African post. Because if Raila Odinga will go with the aim of saying he wants the African infrastructure chairperson, then this might object him out. And now William Ruto is deciding to play these cards and tell moussafaki to fire Raila Odinga on this AU African infrastructure chairperson, and now set all his effort for the African chairperson, the position of moussafaki. This seems to be a very twisting and shocking move, according to me. And why do you think Raila Odinga is now raising this concern? I want us to dig deep into this. But before I carry on, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching me for the first time, having interest to proceed with this kind of political discussion, I request you kindly do me a favor, take her once again and click that notification bell and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like my videos, watch, share and give us your opinion. And to the new subscribers who had always subscribed to this YouTube channel, I want to say thank you and may God bless you for your subscription. As you board the same boat with the members, please consider to share this video to your friends, family and relatives. Let's proceed. Number one, Ruto seems to fear, and Ruto is very, very serious and on this movement. And Raila Odinga should be keen on Raila Odinga. He should be keen on William Ruto, sorry. He should be keen. If he's not going to be keen, then the discussion which was discussed with the moussafaki and William Ruto is not much going to be revealed to Raila Odinga. Maybe Ruto had a target. Just try to convince him. Even if he will fail, try to give him another post. But let him not relax, because it's going to disturb me in 2027. I think this might be also another serious movement. The second one, why do you think Raila Odinga is now raising a concern that William Ruto asked Moussafaki to fire him as the AU infrastructure chairperson? It means that Raila Odinga fear, and Raila Odinga is keenly following William Ruto too. He fear that William Ruto is the one who might be behind his failure and is the one who might also make him to pass. We are now confirming officially that William Ruto is supporting Raila Odinga shingo upande. He wants Raila Odinga to fail as their mission to destroy Raila Odinga's political ambition, which they normally say during Uhuru Kenyatta's time up to William Ruto's time is going to accomplish comes next year 2025, God willing, fail. And that is William Ruto's aim, which Uhuru Kenyatta had to accomplish. Do you recall what Uhuru once said? That huyu mzee wa kitendawili lazima tumalize kisiasa. Remember, politics is always well planned, well drafted for any politician to achieve whatever he or she wants. And that is what is now happening. And now, as I conclude, we must now bear in our mind by concluding and saying that moussafaki is being controlled by none other than William Ruto and all other East African head of state. He might be controlled and be asked, whom do you prefer to take your position? The person whom moussafaki will say is the person going to be the AU chairperson. Even if it's going to be Yusuf Ali, is going to be that person, as opposed to Raila Odinga. Because Raila Odinga on the side is complaining, is raising concern and saying no, this man Ruto is now getting into this movement to dilute. As I conclude again, William Ruto have seen Raila Odinga's potential, that Raila Odinga is now capable to convince African side of state. And on this Raila Odinga's movement, Ruto might get jealous, and now he might try as much as he can to play his cards just to block Raila Odinga 2025 in the AUC winning. And that is his movement. Remember, this is the person who is supposed not to utter anything to block Raila in Africa, but to support him with zeal and zest and allow him to go far and help the people in Africa according to Raila's will. Remember, this is also a lesson which should be learned by Raila Odinga. When 2017 they Maraga nullified the election, said null and void, there was a game which Uhuru Kenyatta invaded, which was handshake, and this handshake chased William Ruto away. By that time, Raila Odinga was given infrastructure African AU chairperson. So I tend to believe that even if William Ruto had won the election, Raila Odinga raised a complaint that he defeated William Ruto. You see this political game Ruto invaded in. Ruto also came up with people like Obasanjo to convince Raila Odinga that you are going to be given the AUC chairperson again. So they know that Raila Odinga is a man who always hire for high position and hiring for the high position to be given the AU chairperson, African as well. They are trying to convince him and relax and not to disturb them in order his days and years to continue getting higher and higher as his time is going to fade. And that is always the aim. So I think that this AUC chairperson, according to me, William Ruto decided to convince Raila Odinga for his own political aim. And his own political aim is to take Raila Odinga home permanently and not again to disappear, to appear in any political participation. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your take? I raise my case at this point and I wish you all the best.